Hello and welcome to the Spartan Sports Report. I'm Elisa Luker.
And I'm Ben Shockley. Elisa, what a week we had in MSU sports. Wrestling, tennis, hockey, gymnastics. But let's start on the women's basketball court against in-state rivals Michigan. The women's basketball team faced off against 12th-ranked University of Michigan in a packed Breslin Center on Sunday afternoon. The Spartans came into the game 11-11 on the year, with the school down the road 18-5. Pre-game, the Spartans wore a special warm-up shirt for Black History Month. Iselin Alexander started the game off winning the jump ball. She got it back to Dee Hageman, who got it over to the corner to Moira Joyner for a quick three-pointer and a quick Spartan start. 2 minutes later, first quarter, Kamaria McDaniel swung it to Matilda Eck, who hits the big three, puts the Spartans up 8-0 early on. Later in the first, though, Michigan coming back, Leah Brown battling back for the Wolverines, driving into the lane, pulling up. She would finish with 29 points, 8 assists, and 12 boards. Near halftime, Tori Osmond takes it from the inbound, gets a tough and one. Spartans would hold their lead into the half 40-33. Michigan started to come back in the second half, though, with a Brown three-pointer that would give them their first lead of the game. Into the final seconds of the third, Dee Hageman going to launch up a prayer, and it's answered to bring the Spartans within one. That would be the last bright spot for the Spartans, though, as they were outscored 21-12 in the fourth quarter, falling to the Wolverines 77-67 and bringing them to an 11-12 season record. The Spartans will be back in action for another conference matchup against Wisconsin in Madison on Wednesday at 7:30.
Michigan State tennis looked to get back in the win column at home versus Ball State on Friday after a tough 7-0 loss to Alabama the week before. The Spartans have been 2-0 at home so far this season and sought out their third win against the Cardinals. We'll start off with junior doubles pair Graydon Lair and Luke Bayless as they lead Ball State 4-3 in a match that went unfinished. To finish out doubles, Michigan State's #1 pair, Anthony Perro and Reed Crocker, earned a decisive victory 6-2 to remain undefeated this season and clinch the doubles point for MSU. Both teams looking to gain points back in the singles play. Ball State's top singles player, Nathaniel Webster, defeated Anthony Perro in the first game of the first set after an ace. But it wouldn't be enough as Perro won 6-0 in the second to push the match to a deciding set. Perro fell short as Webster won the tiebreaker 7-2 in the final game, but the Spartans would win a hard-fought battle 4-3 against the Cardinals, which would push MSU to 3-3 on the season. Michigan State will travel next weekend to take on the University of Louisville on Sunday.
The men's basketball team traveled to New York City to take on Rutgers on Saturday in Madison Square Garden. The Spartans were defeated by the Scarlet Knights by 6 points. Tyson Walker led the way with 12, and Malik Hall had a game-high 13 rebounds, but MSU fell to 6-6 in conference play. The Spartans returned to the Breslin Center to take on the Maryland Terrapins Tuesday at 9 p.m.
Michigan State hockey hosted #20 Notre Dame this past weekend and looked to snap a 4-game streak against the Irish. MSU came into Game 2 with some confidence after a 3-0 shutout the night before. The Spartans were eyeing a crucial series sweep and a 6-point weekend to put them in strong position in the Big Ten. Notre Dame got some quick shots off early, and St. Cyr saw plenty of action but continued to defend the net. MSU scored on its first power play chance in the first period as Baskell slid the puck over to Dorrit, who wristed it through traffic for the 1-0 lead. Notre Dame tied in 90 seconds later, but MSU retook that lead as Davidson dishes a backhand pass to Mueller, who lifted it past Bishop for the second goal of the weekend. With 5 minutes to play in the period, senior Jagger Joshua was called for boarding, which was deemed a major after a review. MSU was able to clear it out several times, but with 2 minutes remaining, Notre Dame scored off a one-time pass for the tying goal. Michigan State regained the lead yet again 4 minutes into the final period. Gucci Yardi with a laser through traffic for his third goal of the season. The intensity certainly picked up over the balance of the game, but the Spartans remained poised and confident. MSU concluded an impressive sweep over #20 Notre Dame after a 3-2 victory, keeping the Spartans' postseason hopes alive. Michigan State was also able to send its 10 seniors out with a win on senior night. Those seniors played a major role in the game, and Coach Nightingale is proud of how far this team has come.
Big win for our program. I was really proud of the guys that, Notre Dame's a really good team. Again, I thought the building was electric. I thought we started a little bit slow, and we started to get better as the game went on. I thought power play was really good, and obviously we had to kill off that 5-minute major. We allowed one, but for the most part, did a really good job. So a really big step for our program. And then just with the 10 seniors, just super thankful for their effort, their attitude. They're all winners. They're all great people. They represent the program the right way. I take them all on my team any day of the week.
Michigan State's next series is against in-state rival Michigan. The teams face off Friday night at Munn and on Saturday for their annual Duel in the D game at Little Caesars Arena.
The Michigan State men's wrestling team was back in action in a top 25 matchup at Jennison Fieldhouse Sunday, where the 24th ranked Spartans hosted number 21 Illinois. Spartans hoping to get back in the win column after losing to Ohio State. Illinois hoping to do the same after a loss against Nebraska. Illini got off to a strong start in the duel, winning the first 4 matches. Michigan State's Benny Gomez began the duel matched up against Maximo Renteria, who came away with the victory. Blake Noonan up for the Spartans, taking on Danny Pacino. Pacino goes for the single leg sweep kick and takes down Noonan with a lift and return. Illini get that decision as well. Later, it's State's Caleb Fish against Danny Bronigal. Fish goes in for the double leg takedown, earning 2 points. Fish would win that match by major decision, giving the Spartans their first points. Spartans beginning to climb back as a team, but Edmund Ruth has other plans. Gets the lift and return on Cesar Garza. Ruth would go on to win that match and extend the Illinois lead. In the second to last match of the duel, though, Cameron Caffey fighting a top 10 opponent in Zach Bronigal. Last 30 seconds of the match, Bronigal's up a point, but that's when Cameron Caffey turns it on, gets the duck under for a 2-point takedown, and takes the match. Spartans, though, were unable to complete the comeback, losing 16-17 in a battle of ranked Big Ten teams. The wrestling team will be back in action on Friday at 6:30 at Jennison Fieldhouse, where they will celebrate senior night against 22nd ranked Indiana.
On Saturday, the 13th ranked Spartans gymnastics team were back home to host Penn State for a Big Ten showdown. They were celebrating girls and women in sports as well as Black History Month at Jennison Fieldhouse. Big Ten Freshman of the Week Nikki Smith impressed with her first ever victory on the uneven bars. She capped off her routine with a double layout dismount, and she would stick the landing. She posted a 9.925 and was mobbed by her teammates afterwards. Next, we have Bailey Garcia on the balance beam. She was the anchor of the beam routine and came through for her squad, sticking it with this dismount. Let's see what she does with it. And here she goes for the dismount, and she sticks it. There she goes, a 9.925 for her. The Spartans are in control of the competition from the start. The night was capped off with a fantastic floor routine by Skylar Schulte. Schulte executed a front through into a double tuck and was elated after finishing. Schulte took home the floor title with a score of 9.925. Michigan State recorded their 4th highest score in team history this past weekend, posting a 197.4, which bested Penn State's 195.475. MSU is 4-1 overall and 3-0 in the Big Ten. This marks their best start in conference play since 1996. The Spartans will look to remain undefeated in Big Ten action as they head to Iowa City to take on the 17th-ranked Iowa Hawkeyes this Saturday at 6 p.m.
This Sunday, the Kansas City Chiefs will take on the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 57. Now, on the Philadelphia Eagles is former Michigan State Spartan Josiah Scott. Scott started his 3-year Spartan career in 2017, where he was named to the Freshman All-American team. The cornerback ended his time at MSU with 6 total interceptions. He was drafted in the 4th round in 2020. If the Eagles are able to win, Scott would become the 30th Spartan to earn a Super Bowl ring.
Well, that's all the time we have here today at Spartan Sports Report. Make sure to check out our Instagram page and our new TikTok page at Spartan Sports Report. Watch any of our previous episodes on our YouTube channel. I'm Elisa Luker.
And I'm Ben Shocker. Thanks for watching.